Welcome everyone to today's pick a card reading. Is this lit? So today we are going to explore what limiting beliefs may be blocking you from whatever it is you're wanting in life, from advancing in life, from abundance, from whatever it is you're feeling stagnant in. What beliefs you may have in your subconscious or maybe even conscious that are holding you back. We're going to bring those to light today so you can work through them and move forward. So we have 3 groups today. This will be group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So use your intuition and see which deck is calling to you most. If you resonate a lot with numbers, you can take a look at the timestamps below. Maybe that'll help you choose. But pause the video if you need more time. Again, timestamps and chapters are below, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, group number 1, to your reading. So what limiting beliefs have been holding you back, have been blocking you from the abundance or the life that you desire? Thank you all so much for being here. You are all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What limiting beliefs are holding group number 1 back? We're going to start off with tarot, and then we'll get into the oracle decks. I know you chose an oracle deck, but we're using all 3 of those decks in your reading. Spirit, we're going to start off with 3 tarot cards here. What is the main limiting beliefs that are blocking group number 1 at this time? The Hanged Man, the 9 of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay. Right when I saw this Hanged Man, I was thinking something for group number 1 that can really be holding you back is you might think that you need to sacrifice a lot, or you need to work extra hard in order to receive whatever it is you are wanting, or that you have to sacrifice your happiness or your joy in order to have a lot of money or to have whatever it is you are seeking. And the big keyword here is like sacrifice, and it's like it's not easy to have money. It's hard to be happy. It's hard to be in love. It's difficult. It's a sacrifice. And it seems like that could be a big issue for a lot of you. Negative thoughts in general. With this 9 of Swords here, this could be keeping you up at night, racing thoughts. You could have a lot of negative self-talk and really think about the past a lot, and you really look at it in a negative way, and maybe you rerun negative things in your head often, and that could be just keeping you in this state. And with the King of Wands in reverse, I really see that as a lack of confidence. Also, there could be something here with thinking that people in charge, authority figures, people with money are cruel, are tyrants, are evil. So that could be a big one for group number 1. Thinking everyone in charge, everyone with money is bad. And at the same time, you could want money or you can want power in some way. So it's conflicting when you put that out into the universe. You have this thought that, money is evil, people with money are evil, or you hate your people in charge, authority figures, and, and if you're wanting to advance in life, have more wealth, have more of a better career, more power, then that is really blocking you in that sense. We also had the Justice card on the bottom here, and a lot of times this could, it talks about fairness, so there could be a major limiting belief too for group number 1 that life isn't fair. That why even try? Why even put in all this hard work if it's never going to work out for me? why try hard if, you know, all the other people with money or power, they're just going to take it away anyways? Or, you know, it really seems like that is a big one here. We're going to put this card out as well. And so a lot of times our limiting beliefs, they're not always fully conscious. So the purpose of today's reading is to get an idea, to really hear what's coming through the cards right now from Spirit and see how that resonates to you and explore this deeper even after this reading, because really a huge step in healing and in getting rid of blocks is acknowledging them, is the awareness of our blocks. Some like schools of thought, they say that is the way to break free of this. So today, this is really a major first step. So hopefully you'll identify something, or this could confirm something you've already been working on or thinking about. And then you can journal on this. You can see, where did this limiting belief first stem from? And maybe you can look back, childhood, or and see when this first came about. Maybe you heard your parents say something like this, or your caregivers, or someone at school said something to you. There usually is a root cause, a memory here, that identifying that, journaling about that can really help break you free of this as well. And also, when you're aware of what limiting beliefs you have, then you can also catch yourself when you're thinking things like that and switch that train of thought. It'd be great to come up with maybe some words of affirmation to say to replace those thoughts when you do see these negative thoughts coming in. Because I can see for group number one, there are a lot of negative thoughts here, and you're not alone. This is very common. We all have limiting beliefs. This is just a part of being human, a part of our journey here. I saw 555 on the clock right after I said that. So, yeah, the main thing I feel here has to do with power and authority and things not being fair, and why work hard, or you have to work super hard to have money, or working hard isn't even worth it. Let's get some more cards out for you. I'll put these in the center. We're going to get, let's use that deck you chose now. Spirit, what else do you have for group number one? Card number 11, crown activation. So the number 11 is really highlighted here. It's bringing us back to the Justice card. And I know this is talking about the, oops, let me zoom out. I know this is talking about the crown chakra here, but it's leading me back again. We have this crown here and the crown on the king, which is in reverse. So I think this is, for this reading specifically, it's about power. And some of these crowns, and so we could talk about our ego, and but I feel like your ego is trying to keep you safe, because for some reason there's some memory, there's some belief that's been instilled in you that people with power are bad, people with money are bad, authority figures, their life isn't fair, they're just gonna take everything away, even if I work really hard. This is a big one here. Spirit's confirming here with the crown and the number 11, this justice. All right. The Emmy. Spirit, what else for group number one? Card number 13, Foresight, Sybil. There's something coming through too that a lot of you, I think, something that Spirit wants you to heal. I feel like the lighting looks weird. I'm sorry if you can't see everything very well. Hopefully it's okay. But foresight, I feel like you might, we were talking about playing things in your head from the past a lot, but I think there also could be something here with a lot of you guys just might expect everything to go wrong. You might just like, nothing's going to work out here for me. Everything's going to go wrong. They're not going to accept me. I'm not going to get the job. I'm not going to get the raise. It's like you're envisioning what's going to happen in a negative sense, and that could really be bringing more negative things to you. You already have like a whole story in your head of how things are going to happen. And that is really blocking a lot of you, is this pattern of, just imagining everything going wrong and not working out. Hopefully that's making sense. I'm trying to put it in another way. But let's say you have a date and you really do want to be in a relationship. You're like, all guys, all girls, like, whatever, it always is bad. Probably not going to like them, or they're not going to like me, or they're just going to cheat if we're together anyways. And you already have this like whole story of how it's going to be. And then you meet them and then, you have that energy about it and it doesn't work out. Or maybe you're like, oh, I never get picked for the promotions or the raise. I probably won't this time either. It's just a really negative view of future things to come. And you could be basing it on the past, but the past does not define your present or your future. You can learn from it, you can grow from it, but it doesn't mean that's always what's going to happen. I just feel like there's this huge limiting belief for group number 1 that life isn't fair. Life isn't fair, people aren't fair, nothing good happens to me. And running things through your head of that always happening, is expecting the worst case scenario. And that's really blocking you from blessings and from moving forward here into having the life you want. It's interesting. The number 11 is really highlighted here in your reading, and it's 2 ones, and you guys chose the one. But sometimes you can look at a number 11 as a doorway, and I feel like Spirit's trying to open doorways for you, group number 1, into the life you want, and this is blocking you. So again, this is identifying the block, but it also we need some. Oh, it's 11 minutes filming, 11:22 actually, but. This also takes some effort too, identifying it. Awareness is a huge first step, but now you need to maybe journal about this, see where this comes from, and actively work on these thoughts you have. And again, it's not an overnight thing. This is something you have to work on. And one great thing to do, I feel like for you guys specifically, is affirmations and meditations. But guided meditations would be a great place to start, especially if your mind wanders. I think that will be very great here for you. And the crown chakra also is like our it is our connection to our higher self. And I feel like there's some message here too that, these thoughts could be blocking you from getting intuition, from getting messages from your higher self. Also, the crown is our head, and I feel like you're in your head a lot, racing thoughts a lot, or negative thoughts a lot, and that's highlighted again. It's emphasized all over this reading. So working on your thoughts, working on your belief system, not looking at the future as everything's going to go wrong, not basing everything on the past. And another exercise that could be really helpful for you, group number 1, is to rewrite past memories. You can look up ways to do this, but you can do a visualization. When you identify where the root cause of where these beliefs came from, like a specific event, a memory in the past, then you can go back into that memory and switch it, change the memory into working out in a positive way, into a beneficial way for you. And that is a great exercise that I think, if you're really resonating with this, that you should look into some more. But just doing some things like working on your affirmations, and again, just the awareness of this now will really help open doors for you, will help you move forward. And working on truly believing that things can work out for you, things will work out for you when you believe that sure, there's unfair events in life, but that if you think everything's unfair, it kind of keeps you in this victim mindset, and it prevents you from moving forward. And one day you'll be able to look at things and be like, this happened for me. This was part of my soul plan, my growth, and it's leading me somewhere. It's leading me to those doorways that Spirit's trying to guide me, but I'm blocking right now. It's interesting. We even have like 2 pillars here with the Justice with the veil or whatever in the back, so it's like preventing you from going through that doorway there. So that's another more symbolism here connecting to your reading. Yes. Believing that life can be fair, things can work out for you, that you are deserving of your desires, you are worthy of it, and you are capable. You are capable, you're deserving, and it is possible for you. It is. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Where there's a will, there's a way. So you got this, group number 1. All right, so that concludes your reading. I really do hope this resonated and you found value from this. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so on my website, kittyoutsidethebox. I will link that down below. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 1. Welcome, group number 2, to your reading. What limiting beliefs are holding you back? Thank you all again so much for being here. Thank you to your guides. Thank you to my guides for assisting with the reading. I just want you to all know that you are so welcome and so loved in this space. Spirit, what limiting belief is holding back group number 2 at this time? We're going to start off with 3 tarot cards. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The 5 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck we have the 2 of Wands, well, in reverse, and then the 3 of Wands in reverse is underneath that, but we're going to zoom in for a little bit. All right. There's definitely a lot of energy here of being disappointed and feeling like you lost something and things didn't work out the way they should have for you. Like, I should have had that relationship. I should have had that job. Like, I should have had this life by now. Like, just, I think there's a pattern maybe for a lot of you that you could be comparing yourself to other people, and that could be making you think that you are not where you should be. And that can be making you feel really dissatisfied with life right now. There's definitely some limiting belief that has to do with money here. Like, I don't have enough, or there's no jobs for me, or I can't get jobs, or I can't get the clients, or I can't get the raise, something, not having enough resources. And there could be some limiting beliefs around money, like money is hard to get, money is evil, you have to work super hard for money. Some limiting belief that really probably stems from parenthood. For a lot of you, that you could have heard your mom say something like calling everything expensive, or always saying we can't afford that. And that could be a limiting belief that is blocking you from abundance in some way. Or it could even be something that blocks you from spending money even when you have it. But the biggest thing I'm seeing that's blocking you currently at this time, group number 2, is the disappointment, is the feeling like you don't have what you desire, that you lost something, that things aren't working out to plan for you. And that could really be preventing you from seeing amazing opportunities. You see in the 5 of Cups here, there's 2, there's 3 spilled cups here, and he's mourning that, like things that didn't work out, things from the past, and missing out on the opportunities on the good that is still there, but his back's turned to it. So since he's so focused on the past, on what didn't work out, he's missing out on this. And then similar with the 4 of Cups here. just like looking at what you do have also in a way and not being satisfied with it and missing out on new opportunities and new blessings from spirit. This is symbolized as spirit here, this creature here, like handing the creature, the cloud, whatever you want to call it, trying to hand you something new, but you're like, oh, I don't like where I am. I don't like what has happened. Nothing's working out for me. And when you're in that state, you're missing out. There's something you're really missing out on opportunities because there's so much focus on disappointment and lack and things not going to plan in some way, things not working out for you. And also that feeling like you're comparing yourself to others too much. Maybe you're on social media and you see their highlight reel and you're like, wow, that's everyone just puts what's good pretty much on social media. It's not a good thing. But if you get triggered lately by people on social media, that's really a sign to take a step back. Spirit really wants you to work on yourself and healing right now. And if people or things are triggering you and making you feel worse, it's time to step back. But you can acknowledge that trigger and know there's something to work through there. So really thinking that the past defines you or what defines your future is a big block here. Just because something didn't work out, you might feel like a victim or a victim to your circumstances, but Spirit wants you to look at it like this, rejection or things not working out. It's a redirection here. There are opportunities waiting for you. Some of you might not be satisfied with your job or your financial situation and might just be sitting in that disappointment instead of looking at the other opportunities around you. Or might think like, oh, if I even try for a new job or try for that promotion or whatever, like it won't work out anyways. I never get the promotions. Like that is a big block there and a big limiting belief. There's a lot of energy of you looking towards the past, because even with the Two of Wands in reverse, when it's upright, he's looking towards the future. He's planning. And it's in reverse, so it's like staying in the past, focus on the past, focus on lack and loss. That is blocking you from moving forward in the future, from seeing new opportunities, from making plans, from taking actions. That is a big thing here. And this could be about, again, there is an emphasis on career and money, but it could be about relationships. It could be in all areas of life, especially because we have 3 different spilled cups there. Maybe one is like, with relationships, one's career and family. It could be anything. And then we also have the 3 cups here that he's not happy with. And we all need time, to grieve, but I think it's, sometimes when we stay in that energy for too long, we can get stuck and stagnant. And if you feel bored with life, you feel unhappy with life, then there is some change needed. And just becoming aware of this, becoming aware of where your mind has been. This awareness is a huge first step to healing, towards letting go. Spirit is calling you to be more in the present moment. Spirit is calling your awareness to this right now so you can see these opportunities around you. You don't need to stay dissatisfied. You don't need to stay depressed or sad or in lack. The world is an abundant place, and you are innately worthy of abundance, of love, of all that you desire. All right, let's zoom out a little bit and get some more cards here to expand on this. What else do you have for group number 2? And slow down. It did come out in reverse. And then community calls. Okay, what's really sticking out with this card here? Oh, let me zoom out. I apologize. What's really sticking out here is this person meditating here. It's time to come back to your body. That's why the slow down is coming through. Because you know, your mind, you've been thinking of the lack or the past here, and it's time to become in the present and ground yourself. Meditation is really helpful here, and I know that can be hard. So I even do this myself. I do guided meditations. It's a great way to get started in that, and to stay present. Be really called to do some yoga, walk in nature. Take some time off your phone, off scrolling, especially if things are triggering you. And then we have community calls. So I think something really great would be to get out there, to form a community, to maybe, like go to yoga classes or go to healing sessions or go to social, call up a friend, a family member. I feel like there's been a little bit of loneliness coming through here, and a great way to heal for a lot of you is finding community or being called to find community or to call upon your current community. I think that will uplift your mood and also get you more in the present moment. Get out of your routine. I feel like there might be just stuck and stagnant right now, and you're being called to become more present in your body, become more present in relationships and people around you, in the life around you. Some of you, if you were also called to group number 1, you may want to watch that next if you haven't already. See that 38 is 11 in numerology, and then we have the 1, we have all these ones here, and number 11 was really prevalent in the first reading. But if not, no worries, don't. We have card number 23, Circe Alchemy. I think of alchemy, I think of transmutation, transmuting the pain and the anger, the dissatisfaction you've been having. Maybe something that would be great is like making art or doing something creative as an outlet that could really help you get more present as well. Yes, for sure. And that could be another thing you do in the community. Join a class, something creative, or share your creative gifts with your community. You can even find a community online, if you can't in person. There's always an option. And I know some people, just judging by, the limiting beliefs that are coming through, you may think, well, it's so hard to find friends. It's so hard to find a community. It's so, like, people always hurt me or let me down. Those are limiting beliefs. And those are coming up right now for a reason. Because we're talking about them, of course, but for you to work through. So awareness is the huge first step with limiting beliefs. But after that, it's like there's some work that needs to be done. And I know people don't like hearing that, but doesn't necessarily have to be hard. It's okay, being aware of limiting beliefs, and then what you want to do next is really think about the root cause. Why do I have this belief? Did it stem from my parents, my caregiver, something that happened in childhood, at school, in my last relationship? So just really getting into that. And maybe you'll even feel it in your body that maybe it's like a past life thing or generational thing, but really identifying that. And then you can get into that memory, get into that, slow down, get into your body, close your eyes, visualize, and then you can alchemize this. You can really transmute this by replaying that memory in your mind into a way that serves you and coming up with a new belief. There could be a lot of help for you to maybe come up with some positive affirmations to replace these negative beliefs or negative thoughts you might play again and again in your head. Like if you are wanting community, like, and you think it is so hard based on your past experiences to make friends or to date or whatever it is, be like, it's easy to make friends. I have an amazing circle of friends. Dating is fun. Going out is fun. Just switching the narrative can really help. And it's kind of like that fake it till you make it type thing. I know that might sound counterintuitive, but that really can be helpful here. But with alchemy coming up, I really do think Spirit's calling you to really transmute those past memories, those thoughts that you've been having. I believe Circe is a healer too. Are those herbs on that plate there? And she's holding a rose. Really treating your body better, not even just your thoughts, but maybe eating more plant-based foods, having more water, sleeping, the basic, advice you hear all the time. Really working on that could really help your mindset. And sometimes if we're in this kind of depressed, low energy, we can forget to take care of ourselves fully. All right, group number 1. I know this is a quick reading. We're just bringing it to the surface now, or maybe confirming some things you've already been feeling, but hopefully this gives you something to go off of. You can dig deeper privately if you want, or by yourself, or with whatever method you desire. But I really do hope this resonated and you found this helpful. You got value from this reading. If you did, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, leave a comment. If you wish, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so on my website, kittyoutsidethebox.com. I'll link that down below. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 2. Welcome, group number 3, to your reading. What limiting beliefs are currently blocking you, holding you back in some way? We are going to get some clarity for you today. Thank you all again so much for being here. You are all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you to your guides, to my guides, for assisting with the reading today. So I know you guys chose it. One of the oracle decks. We'll get to that. We're going to start off with tarot. Thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What limiting belief is holding group number 3 back? What limiting belief is holding group number 3 back? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. I'm going to zoom in for a bit. And on the bottom we have the 2 of Pentacles. So there definitely seems to be a limiting belief here around money. Like, I have to work really hard for money, or you just are like, oh, you're juggling a lot. You find it hard to keep money when money comes in. It's like there could be a belief here, like whenever I make money, then a bill comes in, or something happens whenever I make money, or I never get, I can't find a job. It's just such a struggle to have money. There's definitely money struggle energy coming through here. And a lot of it, I feel like, has to do, well, most limiting beliefs have something to do with our past, but with this 2 of Wands in the reverse, this is like upright, it's like planning for the future. Reverse, I'm seeing it today as something in the past really holding you back, like things never go to plan. I never get the job, I never get the raise, my boss will never help me out with money. There could also be this belief here, like, oh, like life would be so much easier if I was born with money, like my dad never gave me money. Or there also could be this one, like authority figures, people with money, they're evil, they don't help, like that. And having thoughts about people with money or people in power could really be blocking you from having wealth, from having the job you want, because you're putting it out there. And you could have really gotten these beliefs from, again, the past, like, but especially from a parent or caregiver. Maybe you saw your parents struggle to make ends meet, and maybe they said there was like early instilled in you that you have to work super hard to make money, and it's like in your subconscious mind, it's like you must be struggling or working hard to make ends meet. And I feel like there's something here that could be really helpful, like an affirmation for you, like money is easy. People, like, if I had a lot of money, I would do like so many good things with it. And, just trying to get away from that feeling that people in authority or with money are bad, or if that's resonating with you. But there's definitely something here about that. There's also something coming through that you might feel like you might be blocking your money because you feel like you might disappoint people if you offer your services or if you go for a certain job. That's a big one. Yeah, fear of disappointment or fear of being a fraud. Let's say like you have a talent or you have a gift and you want to offer your services, or you're an artist, whatever it is. And maybe you're currently doing that, but you're not getting the clientele or the sales that you want. Or maybe you're not finding a job, and it's you could have this belief like, I'm not qualified or I'm not good enough, or I don't want to let people down. I don't know if I have the skill set for that, or and this could be something like really deep ingrained in you that's blocking you from being seen, from getting the job you want, from getting the clients, because you're putting out this energy like, ooh, I might let you down, or I'm not good enough. That's really coming through here. So those of you who are like, I feel like group number 3, this is like if you're really feeling like your finances are blocked right now, or your business is blocked in some sort of way, really find a root here. Where did this stem from? This fear of disappointment. Maybe, for example, in the past, an authority figure, a teacher, a parent, like said you let them down because you didn't get a good grade or something like that. It's definitely something in the past, and really finding where that first like thought came from, that first limiting belief, like where it stemmed from, the root of it, that will really help you be able to transmute this and break free of that. And then you will get those opportunities. You will get the money. You will get the clients. You don't need to struggle. Yeah, something, maybe you had to perform in the past, or you were on stage in the past and someone made fun of you, or you got some critique, and ever since then you have a fear of being seen. And that could be preventing you from the relationships, from the job, from the money as well. So maybe it's one of the things I've been saying, or all of them. This is really the first step here, group number 3, like, is identifying this. Being aware that you may have this limiting belief. And again, the second step would be going to that root cause and the root of the issue. Where did this stem from? And then after that, a step in this process would be to visualize that memory again, but working out for you. Be like, wow, you were so great. You did such a good job. Whatever you need to tell yourself, your little self. Give your little self a hug. Your inner child, I think, needs a little love, group number 3, for whatever happened in the past that made them feel not enough, or like they weren't worthy, or maybe you were really scared when your parents were fighting about money or something like that. I just feel like your inner child here really needs a little hug and just some acknowledgement, like they're there, and that you can show them you're like, no, be like, you are safe now. You are safe. You are enough. We are enough. We're gonna get through this. Yeah. Okay, let's get some oracle cards now. Spirit, tell me more. What does group number 3 need to hear right now? Number 2, unraveling. Yes, Spirit is really calling you to unravel these past memories, unravel the root cause of why you may be feeling the way you are. Look at all these 2s in your reading. So it really, I think, stems from relationships, like especially with your parents. Some of you might be called to look at group number 2 if you thought that. Unravel, get to that root cause. Really, I know a lot of people, we don't like feeling the uncomfortable things like replaying a memory, but when you go through it and then you rewrite that memory, it is so healing. And just acknowledgement, awareness is the major first step of healing and moving forward here. So I know we all just want a quick fix. We want to just hear something and we're like, yep. But I feel like after this, Spirit really wants you to journal about this, to think about this, to meditate on this. Where are these limiting beliefs stemming from? And then you'll really be able to work through that. Again, you can look into rewriting memories, meditations on that. Again, you can journal, meditate, say positive affirmations related to it. Yeah, for sure. That would help. Oh, my little battery came on. I always get afraid that turn the camera off. No. Spirit, tell me more. What does group number 3 need to hear? What's going on? Focus. Card number 38. Which is an 11, which came up a lot in group number 1. You had group number 1, group number 2. I feel like there's a lot. I feel like no matter what group you watch, or if you want to watch others, I feel like you'll get value from it. But again, if you just feel called to this group, that's okay. But focus. Susith? I don't know how you say that. Kusith? But the keyword focus here. Focus. Unravel. Spend that time going within. I also think doing this unraveling, identifying these limiting beliefs, working through them will help you focus and move forward too, because a lot of emphasis here, you can have a lot of time spent looking at the past, thinking of the past failures, things that didn't work out, and that could really keep you from focusing on the present. I don't know what the Susith is. It looks like it's a type of wolf creature. You might think it feels dangerous to go in the past to do this inner work, but suppressing it is just going to, it's not going to go away. And it's not that scary, and you can always have a healer or someone help you if you want. But really the first thing, again, awareness, and then getting to the root cause, doing that unraveling. And then rewriting your story and doing those positive affirmations, doing guided meditations that are, that have to do with your specific situation. And I feel like you're going to be like this lotus, rising out of the mud, even though it might seem muddy and murky for a little bit. You're going to rise above in this beautiful flower, and life is just going to get more beautiful. You're going to bloom. These opportunities are going to come for you, open up for you. Look, see, this flower is opening up. The more you work on your inner world, the more you'll see it reflected in your outer world. So I hope this reading really gave you an idea of what limiting beliefs are holding you back personally for you. This is a general reading, so a few things came up. We are all connected and have similar human experiences, even though our exact stories might be different. And sometimes I feel like people think, well, I didn't have that much trauma, like compared to other people. We all had things happen to our life. And again, we don't want to compare ourselves to others. That could be another thing, Group number 3, maybe you find yourself doing that, like I should have more money now, I should have the relationship now. We're all on our own unique journey, and comparison is not helpful here. So if you find yourself doing that a lot, looking at the other, because we have the 2 coming up a lot, which is the number of other, maybe it's time to distance yourself from things that trigger you, like social media or anything like that. And don't compare yourself. Everyone just puts out their highlight reel, and you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. You are healing in this moment, and you will move forward and grow and blossom, especially now that you're watching this, you're wanting to identify limiting beliefs, you're focusing on that, and that is when you're really going to see this growth and abundance start to roll into your life. 222 could be a number a lot of you guys see, or you may see here. But don't be afraid to also ask for help, or to have a healing session or a coach or a guide or anything like that. That could also be a limiting belief that's coming through for group number 3, that you have to do everything alone. Maybe you had to be really hyper independent growing up or in adulthood, but you don't need to do everything alone. Sometimes we need a little bit of help to do the unraveling, to move forward. But I mean, I think that is great that you are watching a tarot reading. You are aware. You're already on your healing journey, and this is just the next step that Spirit has guided you to at this time. All right, group number 3, I really do hope this resonated. I hope you got value from this reading. I hope it really inspires you to dig a little deeper, to love yourself a little deeper. Yes, but if you did get value from this reading, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment if you wish, and if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so on my website, kittyoutsidethebox.com. I will link that down below. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 3.